Yeah, man, just made it to Chi-Town, Chicago. But the people here ain't that shy because I just had like 3 complete strangers ask me for money. Yeah, going to the Godfrey Hotel, stand up there, going to the Rooftop Bar, and we gonna shut it down. Which is why I'm calling you. Man, the parking here is ridiculous. I just paid $55 for parking, so all drinks are on you. Talk to you later.
I am Bruce Jordan. I'm former IHG corporate and I manage over $1 billion in assets and $300 million in revenue. Well, Michael Jordan is the basketball. Bruce Jordan is the same to the hotel industry. My main goal is to give your hotel guests an amazing experience and give your hotel the tools it needs to keep your revenue numbers in the black and beyond. And now you're watching another episode of Hotel Management Do's and Don'ts. Lately, more and more guests don't carry cash with them, which means the housekeepers aren't getting as many tips as they used to. WeTip Hotels allow guests to tip your employees with their credit card, and it doesn't cost your hotel a dime. Get your employees more money at WeTipHotels.com.
We are over here staying at the Godfrey Hotel, downtown Chicago. Let's see what they got to offer. Get it, baby! Now, before we begin, I need a quick favor from you. I just need you to hit that subscribe button. It helps grow this channel so we can keep bringing these videos to you live and in effect. It's Chicago in the house. Where you at? We right here and we not going anywhere. Where Kanye? Bring Kanye down here. Tell him I'm in the building. I had a great time in Chicago. The first thing you have to check out was the huge lake. I was mad that I forgot my fishing pole because I know I would have hit the jackpot in this little mini ocean we got over here. I love the skyline. Chicago has one of the most beautiful skylines you've ever seen. There's some huge, tall buildings, look like little mini mountains, one on top of another. Now, one thing you have to do is check out this public art park. This thing is incredible. There was so much to see, I felt like I was walking for days. But as usual, you can't visit Chicago without getting some deep dish pizza from Giordano's. This place has been here for ages. And I didn't say decades, I said ages. This pizza was so good that I burnt my tongue in the top of my mouth. Like I was just hanging, like the cheese the pizza's this thick, like it's crazy. And man, I think I gained like 5 pounds just eating a small one. Now, when you first walk into the lobby, the first thing you see is just beauty and elegance all over the place. What I love about the lobby is that they have these little small booths where you can actually work on your laptop without everybody all up in your business. Like, man, back up, player, back up. Don't get mad because you can't see what I can see, all right? I need to work in peace. You just never know what other competition is around. And now I got so much financial reports on my laptop, they're looking like, what's that occupancy? What's that ADR? Oh, what's the red part? Get out of my laptop, man. Get out of my laptop. Now, what I love about the operations at this hotel is that they took it a little step further. When I was walking down the hallways, I didn't see any housekeeping carts. I'm like, what is going on? This is really weird. There's no housekeeping carts around here. And I finally caught up with the housekeeper who had a little mini cart. Now, in this little mini cart, they had all of the cleaning supplies and she had another bag for her linen. So that was a lot of work to me, but don't get me wrong, I love the concept of not having a housekeeping cart clogging up the traffic inside of the hallway, but I felt like that was a lot of work for the housekeeper to carry so much around, especially when you got that many rooms on your list. So they're constantly running back and forth to the laundry chute, getting more linen, and keeping that small little cart there. So it seems to be working for them, but it's like a double-edged sword. On one side, you got the housekeeper that's doing a little bit more extra work. On the other side, you got the guest that doesn't have to worry about walking around the housekeeping card or stopping traffic. So now this hotel has 2 restaurants. It has a rooftop bar, and of course it has the restaurant on the ground floor. The one on the ground floor is where you get your breakfast and you have dinner and lunch and everything else. That was cool. You know, they had a lot of great drinks. But that rooftop bar, what killed me was they had like this amazing cross advertising. So when you go to the elevator, you see a drink here, you see food there. Like whoever invested in that little screen to advertise the rooftop bar upstairs, that was ingenious, because you need that. You need the guests to see what's going on. Hey, it got me. Because the first thing I did was like, I got to get one of those drinks. Oh, I got to try that chicken. That looks good. Yes, I'm going to eat the chicken every time. Now let's get down to these operations. I love the rooms. They were nice and clean, but this chair just stuck out like a sore thumb. They had this big old purple chair like in the middle of the room or in the corner, because the room is so big. I guess they just had to fill it with this big chair. And I felt like Papa Smurf sitting inside this big old chair watching TV. It was just too funny. Now, when I seen the pictures in the elevator of the food, I'm like, all right, cool. This is what happens. You see the pictures, you see the food. Usually you make it to the bar and the food doesn't taste as good. At this place, it actually tastes better than what it looks in the pictures. So I seen this drink, I said, all right, cool, I gotta try this drink. I never had this type of ice in a drink. Let me check it out. Yeah, I had to order 2 of those, because that drink was a little smaller than it was in the pictures. Now the chicken skewers, they were great. I had like at least 2 orders of those as well, but I didn't order dinner, so it was cool. Now, usually with luxury properties like this, you would think that, okay, this hotel is so big, the rooms are so big, the fitness center is gonna be huge. But for me, for this type of hotel, the fitness center was just a little smaller than what I'm used to, but it still got the job done. Now let's move on to revenue. I don't know who the F&B manager was, but they know what they're doing when it comes to marketing, because they got me up there. And I'm just not, a bar person, but they got me up to the bar. So for drinks and food. So they did a great job on that. Keep up with the good cross marketing. Now, this hotel has a separate restaurant and it has an open kitchen, which I love. I love the seating, I love the color, I love the design, and it also has a bar down there as well. So they made it there in my book. Now it's time for the hotel bash. It's hotel bash time, where you know what we do. We bash this hotel. Man, listen, when I walked in the bathroom, I'm like, what in the hell is going on here? The toilet tissue roller was like standing straight up. I'm like, I never seen a toilet tissue holder, installed like this. So I'm like, how many pills did this thing take to be standing up straight like this? This doesn't make any sense. Then I realized they installed it that way so it doesn't fall off the holder. Makes sense. Now, I can't say that maintenance is rusty, but the door stoppers sure are. I'm actually surprised that this type of hotel had these type of door stoppers to get rusty. Because when you're in the bathroom, like, water is always flying everywhere, especially when you got kids and stuff involved, and that's just the way it goes. But I would have never put these type of door stoppers in here because I knew they're going to get rusty. Now let's move on to these scores. Now I love the little housekeeping carts. I like that the room was nice and clean. I wasn't a big fan of the door stoppers, but I understand. So when it comes to operations, I'm going to give this hotel a 9.0. Now revenue, when it comes to revenue, they're on the ball when it comes to the cross marketing. I love it. Hell, it even worked on me. So keep going. F&B manager, very good job. So when it comes to revenue, I'm going to have to give them a 9.0. Now it's time for breakfast. When it comes to breakfast, I can't lie, they had me at open kitchen. I love being able to see people cook my food, so I see what's going in it, see what's not going in it, or vice versa. So when it comes to breakfast, there's only one thing I didn't like. I paid so much for that parking, I felt like the breakfast should have been for free. So I could have brought groceries for a week for the amount that I paid for that parking. So when it comes to breakfast, I'm gonna have to give them an 8.0. That gives this hotel a total score of 8.6. As usual, my numbers are just advisory. If you want this hotel to win, you got to vote for them. And the best way to vote for them is to hit that like button down in the video and just leave a nice little comment and saying what you think the score should be. And if you think your hotel got what it takes to be in hotel management do's and don'ts, it's open enrollment. You can go to hotelguestmanagement.com/enrollment to enroll your hotel so they could be featured on season 4 or season 5 of Hotel Management Do's and Don'ts. And as usual, you know what we are here to do. We're here to make your revenue rise up once again.